Hello again, guys. This time I'm going to make a streamer for bass. My hooks are nothing fancy this time. I just went and got a cheap assortment pack of hooks. Reason why is these have multiple sizes, multiple style hooks. Some are like a size 14, like an egg holder hook. Some are size 6 with the barb shank, which I don't really use those much. Those are more bait hooks. But I also got these really long hooks here. They're about a size 12 with an extra long shank on them. I already got this partially started. I have a little piece of lead wire, 20 thousandths lead wire, wrapped around. I like to keep it right about 2 eye lengths away from the end of the hook here. I'm going to start with white thread, and I'm going to start behind my lead wire there. I'm going to wrap it and wrap it, wrap it, and what I'm going to do is push my lead wire down over top of those threads just a little bit, and that'll hold it in place there. And just start wrapping forward as we do, all the way up to the end, and a couple wraps in front. I don't want to go too much because I don't want to end up clogging up my eye. Slide it back a little, and then back. This is a little bit of a new design that I'm trying out. I noticed in bass fishing, bass like white. I have a couple muddler minnows in my fly box. They've been great for trout, but they've been equally good for bass too. So I think it's mostly a color thing. It could be the representation too, of course, but that's kind of the mystery of fishing. We don't really know exactly what it is. Let the fish go for it. I'm going to wrap this all the way down to the bend of the hook. Going to wrap, 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 wrap. And then what I'm going to do on the end here, once I get to where I need to stop at, right about there's good. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take, first thing I have is some peacock herl, about 4 strands of it. I'm going to tie this in. Nice and secure there. Come back. And then back one towards the hook one more time. Tuck my line in. I'm going to snip these nice and square. Okay, those are evened out. Now, I also have a piece of rope. Now, what are you going to tie with that? Well, it's not really so much about the rope, but if you pull the sleeve off the rope, you have all these nice little thin fibers, different colors. They're all kind of a metallic, kind of flashy, and that is what I'm going to go with. I'm going to untangle them here a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of the red. Okay, red. Clip that, leave that off to the side. And I want to take a little bit of the yellow. It's more of a chartreuse kind of color. Has like a little tinge of green into it. If I can get it. There's one. And I got another piece right here I'm going to pick out of there. Right there. And 2. Now what I'm going to do with that, put that to the side. I also have, this is white-tailed deer hair. This came, my uncle got a deer last hunting season, and for my efforts of skinning it for him, I took the tail. Make sure that my pearls secured down. And since this is for bass, you're not going to have to worry so much about this these first wraps being perfectly even. There's going to be a lot of other material over it to cover it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these yellow fibers. I'm going to fold them in half. I'm going to put those down right over top the hurls. A couple loose wraps, make sure everything stays in place. Wrap to the back. Once it's nice and secure, I come forward. Make sure everything's nice and taken care of there. Okay. Let this stay here. Alright. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the deer hair. And I want mostly the white, but I want a little tiny bit of the brown in with it too. As you can see, I got the perfect little patch right here. Mostly white, just a touch of the brown in with it. It gives it more of kind of a natural look. Get that snipped off. You don't want too much. You don't want to overdo it. Just a pinch of it. Lay that over top of my yellow. Bring it back around. I'm going to start tying that in. Wrap, wrap, wrap towards the back. Nice and secure. Nice tight wraps. Tight lines, tight wraps, right guys? Bring it all the way up to where it ends. I'm going to fill up, you see where it's thick and thin there? I'm going to fill that area up. Thread's starting to tangle. I really need to get a bobbin here. But make do with what you got, right? Sure that's good and tight there. This is where the red's going to start to come into play. I got my red fibers here. Put them on. Secure them down. And I'm going to bring this forward. Just a little bit more. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take with opposite wraps of what I go. I'm going to give a little red on the body here. Bring it up to the top here. Do a couple wraps back over top of it to secure it down. Flip my thread around there. Wrap the other way. And then, of course, cut my excess. See, it has a little pink in there with it. Alright. Now that I have the tail of that, I'm going to take my deer hair again. This time I want to find a better piece of mostly the white. Snip some off. Nice thing about deer tail compared to like elk hair, you don't got to worry about undercoating Don't gotta worry about pulling the little tiny little fibers out. Doesn't really have any. You can put this right up by the end of the hook there. Couple wraps. Get my hackle pliers off here. Use those to hold my thread down. Okay, a couple wraps. Work my way back just a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take, since they're all different lengths, I'm going to cut them evenly. Pull them up, make sure I'm just getting the white ones. I'm going to cut them off at a little bit of an angle in the back. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take brown. I'm going to top it off with a little bit of the brown fur. So I got some brown fur here. Thank you, buddy. It's nice when I get complimented. Hopefully you guys got some nice things to say. This video will be up in a short bit. Wrap, wrap, wrap. I'm going to bring this all the way down forward, nice and tight. A couple of long ends here, clear away from the eye. Over the hand, up around, touch the eye and bring it down. To my half knot, up, double it, down, touch the eye, pull it tight. And again, because I don't have head cement or super glue, I just double knot it. Cut it off. And there we have it. Pick up my thread. That's my bass streamer. A little attractive for the color. Here's what the underside looks like. Here's what your top from it looks like. Here's a side view. And from the back, this hair will all wash back. And you're going to have these long, colorful fibers sticking out the back. The yellow, you got the herl in there, give you a little sparkle, a little attracting for the fish there. And there you have it. That's my bass streamer. That'll be getting tried out here in a couple weeks up on the lake. Thank you very much, and tune in, like, share, comment. I share my knowledge. If you guys got any little tricks or tips or ideas, let me know. I'll be willing to put them in the video if I can. Thank you.